name is Jessica, and I'm 21 years old. I'm a writer, or at least that's what I call myself. I have one older brother, Steve, who is 30 years old. He graduated from university and now works for a major corporation. When I was in junior high school, my parents died in a car accident. I was devastated by the shock and developed depression, which led me to become a shut-in. As a result, I was unable to attend high school. After seeking medical help and with my brother's assistance, I have gradually recovered. At the time of our parents' passing, my brother was a new employee fresh out of university. Despite the challenges he faced at work, he worked hard to take care of me and even managed our household affairs. I began to regain a sense of normalcy by starting small with cleaning my own room and taking on household chores such as laundry and cooking, all with my brother's help. Now, my brother and I live together in a home our parents left behind. We share the housework, but since I mainly work from home, I have taken on the responsibility of preparing meals and grocery shopping. Going out to shop is a great way to lighten my mood, and I enjoy cooking by coming up with minutes and following recipes, so I'm pretty good at cooking. When I was a shut-in, my brother brought me a laptop and told me to take a look at the unknown world with this. I explored many different worlds through the internet, and it was a great help to me. Jessica became interested in visiting places where photos and videos she found on the internet were taken and was able to go there with the help of her older brother. She also became able to go out alone. Without her brother's support, she might still be shut-in. Eventually, she learned about telecommuting. She started working little by little and was able to increase her opportunities to go out and return to a normal life. After their parents passed away, her brother became a parent figure for Jessica. He is a person who has a good balance of being kind and strict. Since he was a diligent student, he was able to get a job at a major corporation after graduating from a national university. 7 years have passed since he joined the company, and now he is a team leader. Jessica noticed a change in her older brother. He had always been shy around women, but after seeing his friends get married one after the another, he finally decided to take action. He started dating someone he met through a friend, and 2 years later, he proposed and they got married. One day, he invited Jessica to dinner with someone he wanted to introduce her to. They went to a Japanese-style restaurant, and her brother introduced Heather, a woman who went to the same university as him and was 2 years younger. She worked for a major food company as an office lady, and her wavy semi-long hair made her look older than she was. Nice to meet you. I'm Jessica, his sister. Nice to meet you too, Jessica said, introducing herself. Nice to meet you too. I'm Heather. You are a cute little sister. I always wanted a sister, so I'm really happy you are becoming my sister, Heather said with a smile. Her makeup was a bit heavy, but she seemed like a lovely woman. And then she asked me about myself. Steve went to a good university, so Jessica probably went to a decent one too, right? My brother answered instead of me. No, actually, Jessica didn't go to college. When our parents passed away in an accident, she was only in her 3rd year of junior high. She was a little mentally unwell for a while, and it took her some time to recover. Of course, she's able to live a normal life now. She was sick in her 3rd year of junior high? Then she couldn't go to high school? Heather seemed very surprised as she pressed for more details. Since it was about me, I added some clarification to my brother's explanation. That's right, I caused my brother a lot of trouble because of my illness. But thanks to him, I was able to recover. I can never thank him enough. I see, that's how it was. Heather, my brother's face may look a little older due to all the hardships he's been through, but he has a great personality. Please look beyond appearance and get to know him better. What are you talking about, you goofball? I tried to lighten the mood with a joke, but Heather didn't laugh. The conversation had become a little heavy, but Heather's attitude at that time, I thought she was touched by what my brother did for me. According to what my brother told me, Heather's parents both graduated from famous universities, and all of their relatives are from a family of college graduates. Naturally, they graduated from college with excellent grades, and many of them have jobs in famous companies such as medical practitioners and lawyers. Heather's father works as an executive at a major publishing company, and her mother is also the chairwoman of a regional women's association. When I heard that story, I thought my brother would become a relative of an amazing family. Despite being busy with work, my brother steadily prepared for his marriage. Watching my brother, I became happy and helped him in various ways. One day, I received a call on my smartphone. I was a little nervous about answering a call from someone I didn't know, but the caller ID was displayed properly, so I picked it up. Who is this? Jessica? This is Heather's mother. Nice to meet you. The person on the other end of the line was Heather's mother, the woman who would become my mother-in-law. What can I help you with? I asked nervously. I heard from Heather the other day that you didn't enough graduated from high school, and that your highest level of education is junior high school. Is it true? Jessica didn't really understand what was being said, but she answered honestly. Yes, I was emotionally traumatized when my parents died in an accident, so it took me a long time to recover. That's why I couldn't go to high school. I sympathize with you, but the fact remains that you didn't finish high school, right? Yes, I see. Well, the thing is, could you not attend Steve and Heather's wedding? No, please don't attend. What do you mean by that? I was surprised by the sudden and unexpected request. Steve and Heather both graduated from top universities, as did my husband and I. Of course, our relatives are all college graduates too. Yes, and? What a dim-witted person you are. Of course, you only finished middle school, said my mother-in-law. As I was saying, our family is a group of elite. College graduates are the norm, and many of us hold high positions in large companies. I will work as doctors or lawyers. At the wedding, there will be many distinguished guests in attendance. I began to understand what she was trying to say. That's why I don't want you, a mere middle school graduate, to attend such a gathering. No, I don't want you to come at all, she continued. But I'm your son's sister and your only family member. I can't just not shut up, I replied. Even so, please don't come. Do you understand that I can't possibly introduce a middle school graduate like you to our relatives? Anyway, I've compared our wishes. How rude. After hanging up the phone, I trembled with anger. It was because of the other side's obsession with status and appearance that they disliked me, a mere middle school graduate. At least I never felt ashamed of my life, and I never let anyone ridicule me. But I fear that my presence will bring misery to my brother. If I step aside, he can embalance a happy marriage and a brighter future. He was suffered enough because of me, and I only want him to be happy. I cannot let my existence ruin that. However, I cannot allow myself to be dismissed either. My thoughts are jumbled and chaotic. I confided in my brother about this. He said, Don't worry. You are my only family and little sister. Come to my wedding ceremony without any worries. I will protect you no matter what. I replied. But if I cause trouble for you, I can't skip it, he answered. You won't trouble me. Jessica is my only real sister. It would be pathetic if I couldn't protect my real sister as an older brother. Thank you, big brother. Encouraged by his words, I decided to attend his wedding ceremony. And then the day arrived. At the family introduction meeting, when my uncle, the representative of our family, introduced me, my brother-in-law looked at me with bitter expressions. It seemed like my brother noticed their attitude. We moved to the reception venue, and the sitting for the groom and the bride's families was at the back facing the bride. I thought that my seat might not have been arranged, but it was properly prepared. As soon as I sat down, I felt piercing glares. My mother-in-law was looking at me. After all, she came over to me and said, "Why are you here? I told you to stay away because you are a disgrace to our family. I'm the groom's sister. There is no reason for me to be absent." When I responded with firm words, she said, "You are just a middle school dropout, yet you dare to be imprudent. Remember this." She left behind cruel words and walked away. Soon the groom and bride entered the room. I couldn't help but smile at my brother's unusual appearance. He was also beautifully dressed and sparkling. As soon as the matchmaker finished talking, Jessica's mother-in-law suddenly stood up and began speaking with the MC. Then, she took the microphone and started talking loudly. "All of our relatives have graduated from universities and are engaged in respectable occupations. We believe that Steve is also suitable for our family, but there is one problem," said the mother-in-law, taking a breath before continuing. "It is his sister who only graduated from middle school. She is ashamed for existing among our family. We hope that Steve will sever ties with his sister. If he cannot do that, we cannot allow this marriage to proceed." The venue became noisy, but the mother-in-law paid no attention and turned to Steve's elder brother. "Steve, can you please hear to sever ties with this shameful middle school graduate and become an excellent member of our distinguished family?" The bride and the father-in-law nodded as if it were natural. Then, with a triumphant look on her face, the mother-in-law handed the microphone to Steve. After taking a deep breath, Steve responded to the request. "My sister only has a junior high school education, but she's the only blood relative we have left. After losing our parents, I can't cut ties with her. I'm sorry to everyone who came here today, but I'm canceling the wedding and severing ties with this family." That's my answer. My brother then walked over to me, slamming his microphone onto the table, and spoke to me with a flash, relieved smile. "Jessica, I'm sorry for causing you trouble. You don't have to be here anymore. Let's go home." I later found out from our relatives who attended the wedding that the reception was cancelled halfway through because the groom left. The bride burst into tears, and her in-laws were scolded by the family and forced to apologize on their knees. They even had to return the many gifts they received. Later, my uncle contacted me about my behavior at the wedding. He didn't praise me for it, but he said that if I hadn't done what I did, he would have disowned me. He also offered to pay for the wedding expenses and give compensation to the bride's side, but I declined it. Jessica told her brother that she wanted a sincere apology for her sister rather than resolving things with money. After a while, they decided to have a meeting for settlement and agreed to meet at Jessica's house. She was determined to show her former parents-in-law that she meant business. The meeting was attended by her former sister-in-law and her parents. Her brother handed over a small amount of money as a token of apology and to compensate for the travel costs at the wedding. However, the apology did not seem genuine, and there was a sense of reluctance. Jessica's former mother-in-law even said, "We should have done a background check on her. If we did, this would not have happened." There was no sign for remorse. Her former father-in-law added, "Steve should have told us more about his sister from the beginning. If he did, we could have avoided this unfortunate incident." Jessica was furious and decided to argue back. "Father-in-law, or should I say former father-in-law, I believe you used to work at Rainbow Publishing, didn't you?" Her former father-in-law looked at her disdainfully and said, "Yes, I was the director there." "What of it?" "Well, yes, that's right. Leon is just a pen name for a light novel, but why do you ask?" "What are you talking about? Our president said it was my fault that Popular Answer terminated their contact with us." "You mentioned earlier that it would be okay to terminate the contract. You said you didn't mind. That's all there is to it," I said calmly. "You are a capable elite, are you? Isn't it embarrassing to be dealing with someone like me who only graduated middle school?" "I'm sorry. I apologize for my behavior. So, could you please forgive me for the termination of the contract?" My father's attitude changed suddenly, and my former sister-in-law looked puzzled. "Why are you being so obsequious to a middle school graduate girl like her?" "Idiot. This person is our company's leading author. If the teacher were to leave, the damage to our company would be immeasurable. The president told me to take responsibility. If I don't resolve this, I'll be demoted." "Really? If that happened, you won't be able to face our relatives to do the same. Please do something about it." My former sister-in-law and her parents were confused, and it looked like there was a rift between them. "Teacher, can't you reconsider somehow?" "It's impossible. The conversation is over. Please leave." As my brother and I nodded in agreement, we bid farewell to the three people leaving our home with smiles on our faces. After they had left, my brother appeared surprised and asked, "Were you a popular author? I had no idea." "Well, I was using a pen name, but I uploaded a piece I wrote last year to the internet, and it became quite popular. The Rainbow Publications asked me to sign a contract, and I would be making quite a profit," I explained, feeling quite pleased with myself. My brother's face lit up with a smile. It was the first time in a long while that I had seen him look so happy. And just like that, the broken engagement came to a close. My ex-sister-in-law appeared to be searching for her next partner, but this incident was widely known and no one was willing to be involved with her. She ended up staying at home and eventually quit her job. My ex-father-in-law was blamed for the dissolution of the contract with me and was demoted to a regular employee. He couldn't bear working in the warehouse and ended up resigning. My ex-mother-in-law was harshly criticized by relatives for her behavior at the wedding reception, and she was no longer accepted by her proud and talented family. It served her right, I thought. Thanks to the support of my new publishing company, I was able to adapt my popular work into a comic book, which further increased my popularity. Now, I will receive an offer to have it turned into an anime. My brother had buried memories of his wedding deep in the recesses of his mind and is now working hard. I hope that he'll meet someone wonderful soon. Finally, things have calmed down. Though I'm still struggling with my light novel writing, I'm starting to appreciate the beauty of these ordinary days.